There's a kind of childhood that leaves no bruises. Nobody hit you. Nobody screamed. The fridge was full. The lights stayed on. You had clothes, a bed, a ride to school, and still a quiet voice says something was missing. You just can't point to it. That's the strange thing about emotional neglect. It isn't what happened to you. It's what didn't. The hug that never came. The question nobody thought to ask. A psychologist named Jonas Webb gave it a name: childhood emotional neglect. And her line for it sticks with you. It's not the wrong thing your parents did. It's the thing they never noticed. What you were feeling. Not what you did, what you felt, whether they saw it, asked about it, or just let it sit there in the room, invisible. And here's why it's so hard to spot. Abuse leaves a story you can tell. This happened on this day. Neglect leaves a blank. There's no scene to point to because what hurt you was the scene that never happened. So picture a kid, maybe 7, coming through the front door after a rough day. A friend was cruel. Their chest is tight, their eyes are hot, and they don't even have the words for it yet. And the grown-up in the kitchen says, "Go wash up, dinner's almost ready." That's it. Not cruel, just nobody noticed the storm the kid walked in with. Do that once and it's nothing. Every kid gets that. But do it 1,000 times, quietly, across years, and the child learns a lesson nobody meant to teach. The lesson is this: what I feel doesn't matter here. And a kid can't argue with that. They can't pack a bag and leave, so they do the only thing they can. They adapt. What they do next is almost brilliant. If your feelings only cause trouble, if they make the people you love uneasy, the smartest move is to make them smaller. Quietly, the child starts turning the volume down on themselves. They stop bringing the sadness to the table. They stop asking for comfort. They handle it alone, in their room, door shut. And the parents think, what an easy kid, so mature, so independent. That word, independent, everyone says it like a compliment, but sometimes it's just a child who figured out that needing things gets you nowhere. Here's why. A baby can't calm itself. It borrows calm from a parent. Cry, get soothed, cry, get soothed, until the brain copies that circuit and can finally run it alone. Harvard's Center on the Developing Child calls it serve and return. Miss enough of it and the circuit never fully wires. So at 30, you feel something rise in the middle of a meeting and genuinely can't tell if it's anger or fear or just that you skipped lunch. You grow up fluent in everything except your own inner world. Now, this is the part that surprises people. The parents usually aren't villains. Most of them love their kids. A lot of them were raised the exact same way, by people who got through hard decades where feelings were a luxury and you just kept moving. Nobody can hand down warmth they were never given. If no one ever asked what was wrong with you, you don't even know that's a question a parent is supposed to ask. So they cover the visible stuff: food, school, shoes that fit, and feel like they did the job. By every measure they could see, they did. That's the quiet tragedy of it. Good intentions, and a kid who still grew up feeling unseen. So what happens to that kid, 20, 30 years on? Here's the part that surprises people. They don't fall apart. From the outside, they look like they've got it more together than anyone. The high-functioning one. Calm in a crisis, first to have their life sorted. The job, the friends, the life, all there. But underneath runs a low hum. Webb calls it emptiness, not sadness, which at least has an edge you can feel. This is flatter than that, like a room inside you that's fully furnished and nobody's home. Ask them how they feel and watch them freeze, not because they're hiding something, because they genuinely don't know. Ask again and you'll get a fact instead. Busy week, bit tired, works a lot. never a feeling. It's like asking someone to name a color they've never once been shown. And that childhood independence never switched off. They became the friend everyone leans on and nobody worries about, the one who helps you move at 6 a.m. and never once calls you crying. Not because they're strong, because somewhere they learned that needing things gets you nowhere, so they quietly stopped needing. And when that emptiness gets too loud, most of them reach for the same thing: noise. Another project, another late night at the desk, the phone glowing at 2 a.m. Not because they love the work, because a busy mind can't hear the quiet room inside. Stillness is the one thing they can't sit in, because stillness is where the feeling finally catches up. It shows up hardest with the people closest to them. A partner says, "I feel like I don't really know you." And they're baffled. They show up, they do everything right, but there's a door they never learned how to open. They don't even know where the handle is, and underneath all of it sits the deepest one. A low, private belief that something is just wrong with them. Webb calls it the fatal flaw, not "I did something bad." I am something bad. A kid whose feelings got ignored doesn't decide the parent got it wrong. They decide they weren't worth the trouble and carry that verdict for 30 years without once saying it out loud. This is why it stays buried so long. Nobody grows up and says, "My parents fed me, drove me to practice, came to my games, and I still felt alone in that house." It sounds ungrateful. It sounds insane. So the words never come out, and the emptiness gets filed away as their own fault. But here's what I keep coming back to. Everything I just described, the numbness, the armor, the flaw, none of it is broken. It's all a solution. It was a small person's smart, desperate plan for surviving a house where their feelings didn't fit. The trouble is the plan never got switched off. You're 40, safe, surrounded by people who love you, and still running software written by a scared 8-year-old who decided the safest move was to disappear a little. Which is the good news too, if you want it. The childhood is done. That part won't change. But you can catch the plan while it's running. Next time you say "I'm fine" on reflex, stop and actually ask, "Am I though? What is this?" That small question is the one nobody thought to ask you. This time, you get to be the one who asks it.